Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. Thank you for letting us speak. Let me start off by saying thank you for getting out the message this morning with regard to staying off the water. The weather seems to be pushing through. We have some isolated storms behind it, but I think we're going to be able to resume operations here pretty soon and intend to resume those operations to bring this case to a more successful conclusion for the families affected. We'll be going back to both air and surface operations as soon as we can. And we've covered to this date almost 3,100 square miles of water. And I want to correct a little bit of errant information before. There was some reporting earlier that the search areas were only being covered by 2 Coast Guard helicopters. As we detailed before, we have not only helicopters but also fixed-wing aircraft from not only the Coast Guard and the Alabama State Police, but also other local and county agencies. We also have surface assets, as I said, that have covered over 3,000 square miles of the bay. We continue to cover that to hope to bring this case to conclusion.
The only thing I can add is that we've got all our resources available through the state out working. Of course, the weather's hampered us some this morning. Our air assets are going to get airborne here shortly if we can get a break in the weather. We've got the Marine Resources, Alabama Emergency Management Agency on board with us, and we've got everybody we can available down in the coastal area out working and searching, whether it be by land, air, or on the seas. And like the captain said, we're just trying to get some closure for the incident that we've had happen.
With that, I think we'll take some questions.
Can you release the names of both those killed and missing? And if you can't, why not, since it's been 48 hours and apparently all the family's been notified?
The names of the deceased, they're with the forensics lab. We, at this point, have made contact with the families, but I'm not prepared to release them yet. As far as those who we're looking for, both our policy and our good judgment dictates that we don't release those out of respect to the family's privacy. And that's what we'll continue to do, at least for now. As soon as we are ready to release the names of either the deceased or those people that are still missing, we'll certainly get that information to you immediately upon that decision made.
You said, I think earlier today, there were 3 families involved for the 4 missing, so we can make the assumption that 2 of those are related then, or?
No, sir. One of the missing personnel, their family has just not journeyed to this area yet. That's the discrepancy.
Thank you.
What's the timeline been like? When did y'all have to stop search operations because of the weather?
We stopped approximately 2 hours ago with the last of our assets. We began tapering them off as soon as the predicted weather was moving this direction by staying in contact with our district office as well as the National Weather Service. And the severity of the weather as it went through New Orleans dictated that we started to pull people and aircraft out of the search. But approximately 2 hours ago, the last of those were pulled in as the weather approached.
And can you give us the area of where the 2 bodies that have been found, where they were located?
I can tell you that the one of the bodies was located more north toward Middle Bay Light. The other one was discovered on the shorelines of Fort Morgan yesterday morning. And let me also add or go back to a piece of information. There's been some questions about how big are the search areas or where are the search areas. The best way I can describe that is that we've searched Mobile Bay and all of its approaches. As I said, over 3,000 square miles. So our search areas have blanketed the bay, all the areas in which we had reported incidents following the storm.